Love is important, but communication is importanter. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. My name is Oluwajoba. If it's your first time here, welcome. Please consider subscribing and join the family. And if you end up enjoying this video at any point, please don't forget to hit the like button and leave your comment in the comment section below. All right? Okay. So I'm actually quite excited. Excuse me. I'm actually quite excited about today's video, and that is because since I started content creation, or since I became an influencer, I've always seen like bigger influencers that not necessarily bigger, like other people that I watch, other content creators that I watch, and I've always seen them do these videos, and I've always been like scared of the fact that I feel like when I put up this, when I do things like this, people won't respond. And what I'm saying, if you still haven't caught up, is putting up a question tag on Instagram or on YouTube asking you guys to ask me questions. And for the first time in my content creation career, I did it 2 weeks ago, and I was surprised that I actually got questions from you guys. And so I want to say I didn't get a lot of them, but the fact that I actually got some questions got me excited, which is why I said I'm going to do this video irrespective. I also went to get some other questions to add to them just to make this video a lot more informative. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone who took out their time to actually drop me a question. I'm going to try to do this again, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we have a better reception. All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the questions that you guys asked me. Right, so I'm just going to go on Instagram and fish out that particular post and be able to, this was the post, yeah. So I'm going to try to, I got some questions you guys can see, so I'm going to try to answer them to the best of my ability. All right, so the first one that came in was, what has friendship taught you so far? Okay, so as someone who is big on friendship, I would say one of the things that friendship has taught me is no one owes you anything. Yes, no one owes you anything. If anyone does anything for you, be grateful. They probably just done it from the goodness of their heart. And as someone who is big on friendship, this is a hard lesson that I've come to learn, and that's because I feel like you would be delusional to say that you don't have certain expectations of your friends. Maybe the way you manage those expectations then come into question, then that's another story. But the fact that you would say, or the fact that some people say that they don't have any expectation of their friends, I think they're highly delusional. And if you disagree with me, let me know in the comment section, and I would like to know your reason for saying so. Because I feel like if you call yourself friends, or if you say you're friends with somebody, there's a certain level of expectation that is expected of you as my friend, and there is a certain level of expectation that is expected of me as your friend. It's just like that saying that to whom much is given, much is expected. I think it's actually in the Bible, that to whom much is given, much is expected. So but I would say that one of the things that I've learned, apart from the fact that no one owes me anything, or in learning the fact that no one owes me anything, is to carefully manage my expectations, so that when someone does something that I don't expect them to do, or something that I expect them to do but they don't do, I am hurt. But then because I have learned to manage my expectations, I don't expect so much from even my very close friends. If they come through for me, then in fact I am more than grateful to them. Yeah, I think that's what, because I would say, if you say that you don't have expectations of your friends, then why is that when they do things to you, you are hurt? That's because there is a certain level of expectation that is accorded to them. So another thing I have learned regarding friendship is seasonal. Guys, this is one lesson that beat me in the ass. Like, it was so painful to me, and I am really, really glad that I learned this lesson. Friendship is seasonal indeed, because, and it's okay. Like, you need to be okay with the fact that friendship is seasonal. Some friends, which is another point that I've learned, some friends transcend times, generations, and that's the truth. Some friends, you will not talk to them every day, but they are legit. Like, they will come through for you even when you least expect it. Do you understand what I'm saying? However, I think you need to know that friendship is seasonal. It's okay for you to be friends with somebody now, and maybe in the next couple of years, you guys are not as close. Not that maybe you burnt bridges, just that, you know, even you would grow, they would grow, and maybe in the growing that you do or they do, you or they don't fit in each other's puzzle, and that is fine. So that's one thing I learned over the years, like in the last 2 years of my life, that friendship is seasonal, and it hurts, but because some friends you want to hold on to them, but some, I've come to realize that if they are not for the season that you are in at that moment, then you would be doing yourself more harm than good. Yeah. The third lesson I've learned from friendship is, which was what I mentioned in passing, is that some friends transcend time, they transcend generations. They are just there. You don't talk to them every time. You guys don't chat every day, but they are your friends. They are legit your friends. They come through for you. When maybe you guys might not talk in like 2 months or something, but when you guys talk for a whole long time, and you kind of catch up on what you guys missed on in the last 2 months. And when you need help, or when the time calls for it, they rise up to the occasion. I have friends like that. In fact, as I'm filming this, I'm actually thinking of 2 or 3 friends like that. Yeah. So that's one thing. And because I remember there was a time, there's this particular friend of mine that I used to be like, we don't talk and stuff like that. But I have seen over time that when things get hard, when she needs me, when I need her, we are there for each other. But we don't talk every time. When we talk for like God knows how many hours. So yeah, and the earlier I got to understand that, the better it was for our friendship. Or at the moment, is like a sisterhood at this point. But yeah, some friends transcend generations. Oh guys, by the way, do you guys like my hair? Let me know in the comment section. I like it. I hope it's fitting off well on camera and I don't look weird, but I actually don't like it. I have been looking for this really big afro hair, and I am happy I got it. Anyway, back to the another thing that I have learned from friendship is that if you have anyone that is in your life, that is your friend, that is loyal to you. I know that this word loyalty is being misused in our time, but someone that is there for you, somebody that genuinely cares for you, somebody that when the times are tough, they are there to hold your hand, somebody that even you are always there for, hold on to them. It is very difficult to find such people in our time, and that's because I feel like a lot of people are running with this narrative that I don't need anybody, I want to be on my own, I can do this on my own, I can, you know, I don't need anyone. But that's the thing that we get wrong. We need people in our lives. You cannot live life alone, right? So in the instance where you have this kind of people in your life, people who will check up on you genuinely, people who will look out for you genuinely when things are rough, people who will be there, they're like, JB, I'm going to stand with you, truth, whether, whoa, we're going to rough this thing together. Hold on to them. And if something happens that maybe, of course, even in the fact that you guys are loyal to each other, things will happen. You guys will have misunderstandings. What I'm saying is, don't burn bridges. Don't give up on them. Don't take them for granted, because people like that are rare, like really, really rare. So if you have such people in your life, I don't joke with my loyal friends, and they know I don't joke with them. I don't, and I think you should not as well. Yeah, the last thing that I would say, I think this is long. The last thing I would say regarding friendship is that if I call you my acquaintance, it is not, I'm not being disrespectful. This is one word that I find that a lot of us find offensive, and I'm not calling myself a saint. I wasn't in this boat where maybe after a while I've just had some sort of relation with this person and the person just introduces me as their acquaintance. At a point in my life, yes, it used to get me vexed, like, what do you mean? But just like me, I think I got to learn that it is not an insult. You are an acquaintance for a reason, right? And friends, or that word being friends with someone, is something that I feel like is loosely used, and I feel like it's okay if you are not a friend, you are an acquaintance. You guys can then build up to become really close friends. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so these are the lessons that I have learned so far, and funny enough, these lessons I learned in the last 3 years of my life, and I'm really happy that I did, because they have kind of shaped my mentality to people who I used to think they were friends, but I just overestimated their position in my life, and people who I didn't appreciate enough, I have joined them closer. Yeah, and I'm really, really happy, because I'm very big on friendship, and I don't take my friends for granted. I love each and every one of them. So yeah. All right. So the second question here is, how have you dealt with the drama of female to female friendship? This friendship matter. So I don't know if I would say it's drama. My very close friends are girls. Back then I used to have a lot of close male friends. Now I don't have so many of them. I have close male friends, don't get me wrong, but I don't have a lot of them anymore like I used to. Now the friends that are actually really close to me, that closest to me, I would say, are females. And I'm trying to think, yes, we have misunderstandings. I don't know if you mean misunderstandings. Yes, we have misunderstandings, and I don't know if it's growth. We rarely have like bad misunderstandings. So she does something to me, or I do something to her. If you know me, you know that if you do something to me, I call you out immediately. When I say call you out, I don't mean that I will disgrace you. I mean that I will reach out to you. Most times I like the face-to-face thing, so that you are able to read my demeanor. I'm able to read your demeanor. You are able to see my gesticulation and not misinterpret whatever I am saying to you. So I don't know if that's what you mean by drama, but if what you mean by drama is what is in my head, like, oh, when I don't know, but I would say that for one, when you do something to me, you know, right? And like you get a read off of me immediately. And one of the things that I've seen that has helped me manage my emotions is I tend to walk away from the situation at that point, depending on how angry or depending on how angry I am. I tend to walk away from that situation. And if when I am calm and I have given it a thought, I then come back to you and talk to you about it. That's usually how I go about these things. So I don't know if I would say that I have drama in my very close friendships or my female friendships. So I would say that we've just gotten to the point where we talk about these things, we iron things out, we don't let things fester, I think. But I don't know, I think I'm not understanding the drama part, but you get what I'm saying. When I hear drama, what's coming to my mind is we tear each other's wig, we tear each other's clothes because we have a misunderstanding, or we open each other's bum outside. But yeah, so I would say if that's not the definition of drama, if what you mean by drama is misunderstandings and when we offend each other, or yeah, we just talk about it. I feel like at this age and time, at this point in my life, some of the things I can't deal with. If I have a friend, or if I call someone my friend and we can't have a proper conversation about what is happening or what has happened, and you either have to use words, degrading words to express yourself, or you have to publicly humiliate me because you are trying to make a point, I don't think we should be friends. I don't think we can be friends. Not should. I don't think we can be friends. I think I've gotten to a point in my life where I know what I want. I am sure of what I want, and I am sure of the kind of people that I bring into my circle. So if we have any misunderstanding, I would say we just talk about it. However, if we talk about it and just try to iron it out, but if it's the other way around, then I don't think you'll be my friend in the first place, because that's the way I deal with things. And if you're not ready to talk, I'll just wait till when you're ready to talk. So I will talk about it, because I mean, we're adults at the end of the day. We're adults. Why not? So yeah, I hope that answered the question if you're watching. This person says, how do you maintain having a personal life as a wife and a mother? Okay. These titles that you have given me, yes, I don't know. How do I maintain having a personal time and as a wife and a mother? Personal time. Okay, I would say that one of the things I would say is unintentional. So over the years, I have become a very, very intentional human being as a woman, right? And being intentional means that I know when to say no. I know when to take a break. I know when to hit the ground running. I know when to put in a lot more pressure. I just know when to do things by the grace of God. So I would say number one is being intentional, which means that, like I said, when you're tired, you know that, or you don't have to be tired to take a rest, is what I would say. And knowing when to halt the brakes, when to pause. Yeah, I think that's number one on my list, I would say. Number two, in how I try to get a personal time being a wife and a mom, is having a very supportive husband. Let me take today as an example. So today I have a day in the week where I film content, and I try to batch create content because I'm a wife and I'm a mom, and I have other businesses apart from content creation. And on those days where I rent a studio, come to the studio, film, my husband manages the home. So I am in the studio now, I'm filming this video. I have been in the studio since I got to the studio around 11-ish or past 10 in the morning, and it's currently 5:45 in the evening, and I am not done. After this video, I have a couple of more videos to film. So let's say I get home around 7, 8 or 8, 9. The only reason why I was able to have this time is because my husband is supportive. Just know what I'm saying. I just use this as an example. This is a personal time for me because this is my job. This is what I enjoy to do. On days where I need to go for a mani-pedi, or I need to hang out with my friends, or I need to take a break. Like I was telling someone that there was a day when I got so overwhelmed, and my husband just said, you know what? Take the day off. What's it called? Don't worry about baby T. Baby T is my son, and he just took him out for the day, and I was able to rest. I was able to think. I was able to do whatever I wanted to do. So basically, what I'm saying is having a supportive husband is very, very important. Is one of the reasons why I'm able to have a personal time. And I would say maybe check out. I have a video on my channel where I talked about the wrong reasons why people get married. Check out that video. I'm going to leave it linked here. Check out that video so that you will know the reason, and you will know why it is very important to have a supportive husband. Yeah? Alright. I think the last reason that comes to mind is being able to ask for help. having friends, like I said, goes back to my first question on friendship. I have God has helped me to be able to build a supportive a support system for myself, for my family. So when I feel like I can't do it, my husband can't do it, I reach out to my friends and see if they can. Yeah, so having a support, having as being able to ask for help when I want to have a personal time, for example, has also helped me. I hope that answers the question. Let me know in the comment section if you have other reasons or other ways you've been able to maintain being a wife and being a mother, or being a husband and being a father, in the comment section below. Okay, so this other question says, will you marry me? Guys, my husband is just being something else. He sent me a message and says, will you marry me? I've already married you. Moving on. Another one says, why so fine? See, it be people that know you. It be people that know you. Damilola, thank you. I take it that I'm a very pretty person. If you like, argue with your key, but if you say I'm not fine, it's your business. Me, you cannot tell me nothing. I am the finest babe you can never see. Don't grace your screen. Okay, so another one is, what signs indicate that a relationship might not be healthy? Wow, I have a video on my channel where I talked about is it time to leave or something like that, something about toxic relationship. Actually, I have 2 videos, so I'm going to leave them linked here so that you check them out. I mentioned how to know if a relationship is healthy, in my opinion, in those 2 videos, so please check them out. And yeah, I feel like they will answer your questions really well. Yeah, okay, so it says, what are some red flags to watch out for in a potential partner? Red flags to watch out for in a potential partner. I think that it's almost the same thing as signs that indicate that a relationship is not healthy. So again, I'll leave the video linked here so that you guys can check it out. I talked about toxic traits, or I talked about it with my friends actually, toxic traits in a relationship. I also talked about in another video when I feel like it is time for you to let go. So those times are when your partner he has some what's it called, some traits that you know. So yeah, I feel like if you check that video out, it would be really helpful. Yeah, thank you. Another question says, what is the role of communication in a successful marriage? Wow, communication is one of the most, if not the most important thing in marriage. Love is important, but communication is importanter. I always say that your partner is not a mind reader. And this is a lesson I've also learned in the course of my own marriage, to tell my husband what I want. If I want something, I'm going to ask for it. If I feel like, okay, so let me use an example. Like, there was a time when it's my birthday, my husband would just like buy gifts for me. He would get me cakes, but it could be a cake that was off the shelf, for example. And because I'm a very thoughtful person, I was happy that he gave me the cake, but then I wanted more, right? So one birthday specifically, I told him that, babe, I appreciate that you gave me these cakes, but I think I would appreciate it more if see that some thought has been put into getting this cake. For example, it doesn't just say happy birthday. It says happy birthday Oluwajoba, for example. Or the design is not something that I can just pick off the shelf. Just what I'm saying. So, and immediately I told him, and he was like, okay, no problem. And the next birthday, and since then, my husband has just been going wild. He just gets me like really thoughtful cakes. The designs are really very nice. The flavor, sometimes and every time he gets me those cakes at each birthday, I'm usually very happy. Imagine I didn't tell him that. Every birthday I'm going to be like, yes, go to Oga, communicate. Communication is key. It's so important, because that is how I will know how to make you happy. That is how you will know how to make me happy. No one is a mind reader. If you are watching this video and you are in a relationship and you are of the school of thought that he should know or she should know, please change that school. Go to another school. Withdraw yourself from that school and go to another school. Go and enroll. See, we are in back to school period. Remove yourself from that school and go to another school where they say that communication is key. Just what I'm saying. So yeah, I feel like communication is very important in a relationship, and no relationship should make small of communication. It is super important, and it gets more important as the years go by. Don't be deceived. But yeah, the last one is, what's the key to building trust in a relationship? Communication and being open, being honest. Yeah, I feel being honest and communication. Why I say so is, just be an open book that your spouse can read. There's no point being like this, shady, or being, no. I feel like if you see yourself as 1 + 1 = 1, not 1 + 1 = 2. No, 1 + 1 = 1. That's how God designed it. If you see yourself like that, would you want to hide anything from yourself? No. So I would say be open. Be open, and if your partner does something that you don't like, communicate. Let them know. You know, and if you see things that you feel like, okay, this thing shouldn't be like that, again, communicate. Can I hear it from the back? Communicate. It goes back to the last point I mentioned. The role of communication is very important. So, you know, and also being reliable, you know, saying that this is it and this is it. I can't call my husband now and say, babe, I'm at the studio filming, and somebody calls him that, guy, I saw your babe in a mall. He'll be like, what? No. You know, being reliable. If you say something, as much as you can, stick to it. Let your word be true. You know, the Bible says that let your yes be yeah, let your yea be yea, and let your nay be nay. Don't be on the fence. So that the person knows this is the kind of person that you are. Just what I'm saying. So, I feel like once you are open to your partner, once you are reliable, you know that anywhere, whatever you say, hold water to the person. You have, in your actions, made sure that when you tell the person something, it means something. And 3, communication. I feel like these 3 things are key to building trust in any relationship. And yeah, those are the questions that I got. Like I said, there were not a lot, but those are the questions that I got. And thank you so much, guys, for everyone that sent in questions. Thank you. If you do not send in questions, go follow me on Instagram so that the next one you will not miss it. And if you saw it and you didn't leave a question, really, you now say you are supporting me. Okay, you're watching this video, so you're supporting me, but please, next time, leave a question. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. This is my first official Q&A, and I am so happy. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me as always. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe. You see that red button? Just down this video, click on it and join the family. And don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below on all these questions that I was asked. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Jesus loves you. Bye.